Yo, something has got to give, my friends. This guy is literally blowing his leaf blower. It's well past dark. It's 7:30 p.m. What are you doing? This happens multiple times a week. Almost every weekday. I know this is some suburb shit I'm complaining about, but what the fuck are you doing? Aren't you supposed to do lawn care during the day? You can't even see. What the fuck? It's all because this stupid fucking neighbor. He runs a lawn company because that's what fucking dumbass white men do in Massachusetts. If you don't have a brain to run a company, you run other dumbasses that have just big guys. You find a bunch of big guys and you make them do work for you. And of course he's fucking rich. He's got tons of money, a nice ass house, kids going to college, nothing to worry about, no bills, no fucking college loans. But yeah, he needs that extra money, you know, he wants to up his... He doesn't want just a F-250, he needs the F-350, guys. Yeah, he should stop doing lawn work at 5 p.m., but hey, we'll give him till 8. I mean, we only go to bed at 9. What's the harm? This fucking guy. Man, I really am pissed. I've literally been waiting for him to stop so I can come out and do my podcast. It got dark. He's still going, so you know what? It's dark. I'll roll up my joint, and by the time I'm done, hopefully, he'll be done. So I roll it up, and what do you know? It stopped. As soon as I light this motherfucker, he comes back out like, ha, psych. You thought you had some peace and quiet? Nope. I'm gonna blow this fucking leaf blower all day, baby. Deal with it. Dude, I want to go over there and yell at him so badly. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't you have any common courtesy? What the fuck, dude? You know these people. This is your neighborhood. Do you not care about your neighbors? Unfortunately, my family has no more social standing in this neighborhood. After my mother got widowed, we weren't a part of the neighborhood council anymore. None of that shit. We have fucking things to deal with. Sorry if we're quiet, but I swear to God, people in this neighborhood have turned on us. Not everyone. I'm being negative Nancy over here, but fuck, man. I apologize. At least I have energy right now. I was just tired and defeated from work this week. But everyone has work problems. Who wants to fucking talk about that? So let's get to the juicy stuff. How about it? I've been trying my best to sleep well this week, but it has not been going well. Well, for one thing, last night I saw Candyman with my homie. And goddamn. My bud was a little upset because it wasn't very scary, and I agree. It was really just a thriller. I guess that's Jordan Peele's thing. And damn was it thrilling, but not really like a scary movie. Because I went into it thinking it was going to ruin my sleep for the rest of the summer. But although I didn't sleep well last night, I'm going to be sleeping fine. It was more of just like I fell asleep perfectly fine, but this morning I woke up at like 3 a.m. And without even trying, my brain was just thinking about the movie, still putting a couple things together. You know? Like, what was with the fucking bees? No, I'm not going to give any spoilers. So I'll shut up about it. If you want to go see Candyman, definitely check it out. Good ass movie. But anyway, I woke up this morning and I couldn't go back to sleep because I was just thinking about that movie. I liked it, man. I thought it was a good story. I feel like right away it kind of felt super directed and scripted. But I really enjoyed the characters in the movie. So that I got past that really quickly. And the characters grew on me so fast. Oh, what the fuck, y'all? I'm sorry. This is the Rajes Podcast. I'm your host, Rajes. You already know this. So you already know what it is. We doing it big. If you got weed or a drink, come on, man. Crack that shit open, light that shit up. Blue skidoo, y'all. I'm sorry, I should have waited for y'all, but I've been smoking. I swear, this neighbor had me so distracted. And rather than just waiting it off, I figured, fuck it, I'll just throw it on the pod. It's not like I have anything else to talk about. If you don't know me, I do this podcast once a week, half hour. And it's basically a diary where I get to practice speaking into a microphone. And I try to be funny along the way. I hope I can get funnier. Now, I just want to remind you all, I know that not only is nobody's listening to this, not only that, but this isn't worth listening to. I know that. I'm not fucking delusional. I don't think I've got some great things to say and that everyone needs to hear this. Hear what? Hear about my shitty jokes? Hear about my first world problems? Hear about how I got a degree and it makes me mad, how I just want to complain about it? And how I don't use it at all, nor do I really want to? No. Let's say I can get my shit together and become a really funny comedian, and let's say I have a following. Some of them will probably go back and listen to this shit. They're not going to enjoy it. I know. I don't expect people to enjoy this. This is just something I'm putting out there for me, because I do actually listen to these the day after I release them, and sometimes I go back too. So yeah, I mean, even if you listen to a rational person, like one of my friends, or let's take my girlfriend's opinion. If you listen to my girl, she'll tell you my podcast is just a diary. That's all it is. If that, you know? She gets it. I get it too. I'm nothing special here. I don't want to put you down. You might be something special. But I'm going to admit, chances are, you ain't shit either. So pull up a chair and let's have a shit circle. Let's be shitty together, huh? Alright. What you sipping? What you smoking on? I got me a seltzer here. It's like a summer berry blend or some bullshit. It's delicious though, I'm not gonna lie. I drink white people beverages. I speak like white people. I pretty much am a white person. I grew up around them, man. That's what happens. I'm not complaining. I love being me. Nerdy ass brown kid. Loves rap music and anime. Yo-yoing. Stand-up comedy. Skateboarding. What may it be? Whatever it is. Baking. I don't know about you, but I try to be interested in anything that really comes across my path. Now, I don't have to try everything and do everything, but hey, if you don't have a lot of hobbies out there, if you feel boring about yourself, you don't think you're that great, go try new shit. You know, if you have an open mind and you're always excited to learn things, whether it's a fun fact or a new skill, let's say your friend's going to teach you how to juggle. Be excited, man. Be excited you're going to drop those fucking juggling balls 1,000 times before you get anywhere close. Or maybe you get close after 100, who knows? Either way, it doesn't really matter. So there's no need to sweat it. Just do. The things you need to be concerned about are the things that have negative consequences. Like video games, they can be really positive for you, but if you play them so much where it's affecting your posture, your mood, maybe your hands are cramping or getting arthritis, that's a problem. You need to observe that and take note of that. Me, I like to stay just over the line. Sure, I'm not hunchbacked, but I'll do some pull-ups and some push-ups. Keep my back relatively straight. And, yeah, I'm good to sit down and play video games for 2 hours after staring at a computer for 6. 8, what am I talking about? The workday is 8 hours. I only put in 6 hours of work, but don't tell my boss that. The other 2 hours are for Mario. 64 bitches. We speed running. I got my officially licensed Super Mario 64 Puma sneakers on. You heard it. I'm wearing them right now. Bought these bad boys off of StockX. They cost me, but they were worth it. They're comfy ass shoes too. Pumas are great, man. Yeah, they look dumb. Red, white, and blue. I either look like a Trump supporter or a nerd that got lost in Foot Locker. Yeah, actually, I kind of am a nerd that gets lost in Foot Locker. Such a big store. Hey man, I've been doing good though. I feel like it's been a long ass week, kind of tough, but relatively pretty good. Not too much to complain about. I am recovering though. Oh god. I got wicked drunk last weekend, like drunker than I may have ever have gotten. And let me tell you, whew, I've never blacked out before. But I did this weekend. And my brain is still trying to recover, dude. The day after just being super hungover, oh my god. I swear my brain was at like 5% capacity. If normally your brain's clocking in at like what, 80? I don't know, 60? I don't know where your brain normally sits, but my normal capacity, if my normal capacity is 100%, I was at 5. For the next day I was at like 25. I've been slowly working my way back up. I think I'm at like 50 or 60 now. Doing good. Alcohol, man, that's some real shit. That's a real ass drug right there. Careful with your alcohol, y'all. I'm almost 28 and I gotta watch myself now. When I was young and I first started drinking, my body didn't even know what alcohol was. So it just knew what to do. It just throw it the fuck up. If I was even getting close to being too sick, my body just got that shit out of there without even thinking about it. But now that I'm like 28, I've been drinking since like what, 2019 maybe? After like 10 years of ingesting this stuff, my body's like, oh, this again? Yeah, it fucking sucks, but you did this. You made this decision. Now live with it. You made your bed, now sleep in it, boy. Yes, it's made of rocks. Yes, I put spiders in there. But don't worry about it. They're not poisonous spiders. They do bite though. But I named them. See if you can say hi to Ted for me. And Timmy, and Tommy, and Tucker, Tail, Tyrone, Tixie, Teacup, Tomahawk, Terry, Tan, Tastin, Togathy, all of them. Oh, let's not forget about Terrence. Terrence is my favorite. Don't tell them. But anyway. Dude, I got... This is really embarrassing how drunk I got. But I'm gonna tell you. So I got so drunk that I let one of my friends get to me. I guess that night, he found out that I haven't been vaccinated, but I have had COVID. And I guess that resistance isn't enough for him. So he's trying to shame me about it, guys. Can we all cancel him? His phone number is 617-294-4283. Now dox that motherfucker. But he's just giving me shit. Now I'm experienced. I'm fucking almost 28 now. I know how to deal with people giving you shit. I just crack some jokes back. I don't really care. We try to talk about it, but like, what are you gonna do when you're drunk? But we Uber out, and he gets an Uber home, and he's leaving the Uber. He's like, "Make sure you get vaccinated, man. Don't die." I'm like, "Okay, sure will." I don't know what I said because, again, I did blackout this night. And that was like around the last of my memories. At least I didn't like red out or some shit. I've met some people. I met this sweet old lady who used to drink and red out in anger. I was like, no fucking way, lady. When they let you out of here, are you gonna go back to that shit? She seemed like a changed person. Most people in there don't, though. But back to my story. So I didn't like flip my shit on him. Because if you lose it, that's, even if the other person didn't win, you lose. If you lose it, then you lose. So I didn't lose my shit. But apparently, after that, me and my girl kept talking about it. From what I remember, she was just continuing it. She was like, "Oh, that's kind of dumb. But like, he's right though." And I was like, to hell with that, he is. And I guess it progressively escalated as we went back inside. And I was like mad because there was no arguments being made. And I was like, come on now, like if everyone's jumping off a cliff, are you gonna do it? She's like, maybe. So yeah, come on, no way. And I like freaked out. I was like, no fucking way. And I just lost it. And I just ran out. I was like, I'm getting mad here. Let me just leave. So I literally just left the apartment. Because I know I know better than to fully lose my shit. But maybe I already had, man. It's the beauty of alcohol. But I get out of there, and like as I get outside, like one of the last memories I have that night is going outside. I remember thinking, hey, this is not okay behavior. Like, you are overreacting. You need to chill out. And you really offended her. So this is a problem for your relationship. And I remember being outside for a bit. I think I went back in and she was gone. And that's some of the last shit I remember from that night. So that was probably around 11 or 12 maybe. Probably 11. And after that we were up until at least 1. Because I did check my phone the next day, and I tried calling my friend Ben, and I tried calling my other friend who, he didn't dip out. We dipped. We were all going to the club. But they were being bullshit. They're like, you guys are taking too long in line, so instead of a $30 cover charge, it's going to be 40. And we were like, 40? 30 is already high enough. That's already questionable. Like, we're out. So we dipped. I'm not sure if our friends went in or not, but they did end up going to another place that was way more bumping. So I'm fucking glad. Fuck that place, honestly. And you know what that place is? Fuck them all. I'll fucking drop the name. That place is called Venue in Boston. And do you know what that venue is? It's also Nick's Comedy Stop, you fucking fools. I go there to watch comedy shows 2 hours before you're doing this bullshit. I know what this is. Venue? You think that's a trendy ass name? You cocky motherfuckers. Yeah, man, come to a venue. You don't even exclusively own this fucking place. You rent that shit on a clock. The nerve. You know why you're trying to charge $40? Because you gotta pay for that fucking place. I know you're struggling. I'm not supporting that bullshit. We're going to Royale next time. I think that... I'm not going to say that. Okay. I gotta watch myself. Kind of not really. This is all unfiltered here. But for the most part, I still gotta hold down a job, you guys. If I lose this job, I'm gonna really struggle. I'm not even funny. I can't do comedy. What am I gonna do? Holy fuck. Thank God I got a degree. I mean, I love God. You're cool. But thank my father. And also thank you to my mother. Thank you to myself. I stuck it out. Got that shiny piece of paper, y'all. Which basically means I make a minimum of like $30K a year. Which is all. It makes me frustrated, but that's a pretty sweet gig. Even if it costs you fucking a fraction of $1 million. Universities are businesses too. As long as you understand that and you want to go to college still, then I do recommend it. You use each other. It's not like college is all bad, but I think a lot of people that go do waste their time there. But, I mean, it's like a business deal. You'll both lift each other up. It's going to cost you, but you'll help the school and they'll help you. I'm not bashing school too hard. I wish I could go back, man. I loved learning shit. I just don't have the drive for it. I feel like I'd be the type that might go back when they're older, but like, I can't now. Fuck that shit. It's too late for me. They should test you if you want to go back to grad school. They should test your lungs. How black are your lungs? And your liver. How toxic is your liver? We need to know how bad your smoking and drinking problems are before we let you into this university. Because it's got to at least be over average. We know smart people have hard vices. Come on, y'all. Apply today. I do love the sound outside. I recognize it's probably annoying to listen to on a podcast. I'm literally getting the crickets. I'm giving myself the crickets here. Getting no laughs. So desperate, I'm turning into telling stories. Struggling here, guys. But yeah, back to my story. That night, I don't know what happened. If anyone was listening to what the fuck? You can't just tell that half the story and not tell anything else. So, I woke up with my girl the next morning. Thank God. And she kind of asked me, like, do you remember saying this? Or do you remember what happened last night? And I was like, not really. She starts to fill me in. We try to go to brunch. I can't. I spend like the whole day trying to remember shit, and then in the evening I have to ask her again. We have to go over it all. I was wrecked, man. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink water. Then once I finally could drink water and nibble on a granola bar, I couldn't get up and walk to go get brunch. I just stayed home. Thankfully, my girl brought me back food too. She is the shit. She's literally the best girl ever. God bless her. And that made me start feeling alive again, but a little sick too, because my tummy was just rough. My tummy, y'all, it hurt. Boo-hoo. And so I guess, like the shit I wish I could have flipped out on my friend and done, I guess I kind of did on my girl. Because we argued, man. And I was so loud that her roommate heard me shouting that I'm not vaccinated. And I didn't know this. And I didn't find this out until a couple days later. After, the next day I was home. And I couldn't tell if the roommate was home because her door was closed all day. But I'm chilling all day. And I don't see her, so I assume she must have been out. Later I find she was home that day. So she was hiding in her room, terrified of the COVID. So she works at like a dessert shop. And it's in her rules that if she's going to work there, she can't be in contact with anyone that is unvaccinated. Period. Like, there's no alternatives. Like, I don't know if she knows, like, it's gonna be hard to have a conversation now, but I don't know if she knows that, I have actually tested positive before, so I do have an innate immunity. And that if on top of that, if you did want me to take additional measures, there's some other options. There's some really expensive ones, but the most common and most cheap and one really effective one is Ivermectin. Yes, I'm going to get pulled from YouTube now, but I'm going to mention it because it's the truth. And as much as I do need to censor myself enough to keep a job, like, I do need to live in the real world. And this is like, we're in the global pandemic, like COVID is going on. This is not a joke. And it's so fucking hard to take it seriously when if you're not with the main narrative, you're the enemy. Or that you don't care, you know? You don't even care. And it's so goddamn frustrating. And I guess I got a little too comfortable with the summer. Everything had opened up a whole lot. But I really should have kept to myself. You know, that's kind of... Even if... I wish I could be open and free about it. It'd help me feel better mentally. Less locked up. And repressed, you know? But I do wish I had really vowed to myself and made it a conscious decision to just be quiet and not talk about it. And kind of hold on to it. Even if I have to suffer a little bit mentally. It would be worth it in the long run. To not be fucking prosecuted. Persecuted. Either or, actually. I don't want to get prosecuted either. I don't want to talk about it too much, man. But I'm gonna. So, this girl calls a meeting the next day with the two roommates, my girl and my girl's friend. They're all rooming together. So she makes the decision that because of her work rule, I am never allowed to come over to the apartment unless I get vaccinated. Which I find very unfair. My girl recognizes I'm going to find very unfair. She's trying to discuss and be proactive about it, but I'm sure you can understand it's a difficult situation. So they go through, and this girl gets to decide for everyone. Even, this is what I don't understand, is that it's my girl and her friend, and even if she's outnumbered this other roommate, like, their concerns don't really fucking matter. Even if we're all on slightly different pages. But because this person wants to be so goddamn strict, I'm not allowed to go over to my girl's place anymore. Like, how about I just tell you when I'm coming over and you can hide in your room like that? The windows are literally always open. It's summer. I can wear a mask around the apartment if you want. There's no discussion, which is what's really upsetting to me. I've honestly given up hope of talking to this girl at all about this. I'm assuming there's going to be no discussion, but I'm still open to it and looking for it. But I feel so bad for my girl. She's caught in the middle of this, and she had to talk to me about it too, and like really talk to me about the possibilities of me getting the vaccine. And I do feel really fucking awful about it, but I do have my heels in the sand at the point where I do not want to get any of the current vaccines. I just don't like these mRNA vaccines, and if they... Like, I was looking into the Johnson & Johnson one, because it's less potent too. Like, Moderna's like 6 times more powerful than Pfizer, and the Johnson uses a slightly different method of action. So I was actually curious in that, but I mean, that was having problems, and then how much of that was blown out of proportion from the media. Like, things are just so crazy, man. And I'm just really doing my best to take things slow and be cautious about things, and it feels like I don't even have that option, and it's really fucking frustrating. And honestly, thank God no one's listening to this podcast, because, like, if someone who knew me really wanted to make a big stink about it, they could collect everyone in the neighborhood and get their pitchforks and come chase me out, because I'm fucking Frankenstein. Like, come on, man, I'm just trying to smoke and chill. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. La-di-da-di. Like, and I get it. That's the thing, is like, I feel like it's assumed and I'm being accused that I don't care. Like, if you've been listening to this, you know I lived at home with my grandmother. My mom and my grandmother. Both, like, super high risk. Through the whole thing. From the start. Through the whole height. And not until, like, things tailed off and it was actually finally safe enough for my mom to move my grandma out that I finally have, like, a little more wiggle room. Either, like, at least I had less concern. Because me and my mom, I can keep her strong and stuff, but my grandma, like, there's only so much you can do. So it's super nerve-wracking. And when I was positive with COVID, that was when my grandma was living at home, and it was fucking terrifying. And, like, the number of times that, like, I had been panicking, and then, like, I just, like, zoom out, and I just realize and be like, oh shit, like, this is gonna happen, like, I'm killing, like, even when I wasn't sick, like, just other times, like, I'm smoking, my throat's just a little sore, like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill my fucking family. Like, what would I do without them? I really don't know. And I don't want to fucking drop that on people, and I'm gonna try and I do my best not to. I haven't before, other than now. But come on, man. At least give me the benefit of the doubt that I care about people. Like, we can definitely work something out. Like, I know your company, I know your little bake shop has a fucking policy. But so many of these fucking rules have been so wacky. Like, you really think you have to wear masks outside? How long did it take them to tell you to stop saying that? Outside, man. Keep your 6 feet. Or wear a mask. I mean, do what you gotta do, but these mandates were crazy, man. Businesses shut down and everything. Like, they lied about the mask thing. Don't wear them. Then wear them, and then I was all about them, of course. I haven't been anti-mask. I haven't been going against everything. I'm doing my best. And for the most part, we are on the same page. Like, I will wear a mask indoors when it's required now. Things are locking down again, so I think we're gonna have to wear them all the time indoors again. And that's okay, man. I'm willing to work with you. It's like politics, except you can't avoid it, man. Whether you got a big fucking system or you're trying to work out shit in an apartment with your suite mate or apartment mates. Like, I wish we lived in a suite, man. The sweet life of raw Jest. But goddamn, where'd the civility go? I feel like everyone's living through their phones and everything, and they just want to communicate from a distance. I'd rather send you a fucking email, man. I feel disrespected. RESPCT. I don't even know what it means to me, but I'll talk about it with you. Let's figure it out. God damn, man. Something has got to give. This fucking bitch. She's outnumbered. She's got a boyfriend, too. She's not the only person that can go somewhere else. We can plan ahead. You go somewhere else. Come on now. This is your workplace. Maybe you should have mentioned that before moving in. Get real. You know what? Fuck this bitch. I'm done being civil. About to kick this hoe's ass. Alright, I gotta go pump myself up, y'all. I'll catch you later. You already know what to do. Listen to your mom. But listen to your heart. And go suck a dick. You never know what it'll do for you.